everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, hi, hello. I'm sorry if I sound a little curt right now, but goddamn that air and water show. Goddamn that air and water show. Because can I tell you divas what? Can I tell you what? I mentioned in my last video, okay, I came on here last Thursday and I ranted and I raved and I said, how in the hell am I supposed to react to Life Plus Cindy, Pleasant Sims, Ribeye Diaries, whoever, whatever she's calling herself today? How am I supposed to react to her making a bacon gravy if I have all these loud-ass planes? And so I said, listen, it's not a big deal. First world problem, Zachary Marie. First world problem. There are people out in the world, reasonably so, who have worse things going on in their life. You'll be fine for one weekend. Life will go on. Love will find a way. And on Monday morning, you will get to. You will get the fuck to, and you'll watch that bacon gravy video. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, one day, a while ago at this point, I am very behind on it, but one day, Miss Life Plus Cindy uploaded a video called Carnivore Recipe, Slow Cooker Beef Ribs with Creamy Bacon Gravy, and had this thumbnail, okay? This thumbnail you're looking at on the screen right now, and it said, it's not pretty, but it's good, which, like, obviously, based just on that thumbnail, I knew at some point I had to react to this. I had to react to this because, what? What? Like, what in the world? Who in the fuck is eating this? like, I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to making delicious carnivore recipes, because I assume you just eat meat and call it a day, but whatever this dog puke looking ass bowl of meat is, like, girl, I needed to see it. But it's my fault. I can't even fully blame the air and water show, because this video was well out long before the Chicago Air and Water Show. So it really is a Zachary Marie problem. I'm really the beginning and the end of all my own problems, okay? I'm not trying to pass the buck here. I should have reacted to this sooner, because it is nowhere on her channel. Nowhere. She deleted it from the Ribeye Diaries channel. I can't find it. I've searched creamy bacon gravy, I've searched recipe, I've searched carnivore recipe, and the reality is that she only has 17 videos on her channel. So unless I'm just developed some kind of condition where I can't see things correctly anymore, or I'm going crazy, or she changed the title of the video, or something, I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do with Life Plus Cindy, seven plens. What am I talking about? Pleasant Sims. My head sometimes, like, mixes up the, like, consonants of words. Miss Pleasant Sims, Miss Ribeye Diaries, Miss Carnivore Influence over here is taking this down. If it's so good, why are we taking it down? Why would she have taken it down? I need to know. So this is just turning into a second rant, okay? A second rant. I do know that there's a channel called Cindy Clips. It's called Cindy Clips. It kind of sounds like an eclipse, like the sun and the moon sometimes do, but Cindy space Clips. And they did 12 days ago upload a 4-minute long video called Cindy Makes a Delicious Home-Cooked Meal. And I haven't clicked on it yet, but I am just crossing my fingers. I'm just crossing my fingers that this at least contains clips of that, because I wanted to see the process. Obviously, the thumbnail alone on its own is grotesque, okay? But I want to see the process of making such a grotesque looking meal. I really need to see it. So let's watch the Cindy's clips, and then if we need more information about what Cindy's been up to, we can maybe poke around what's on the Ribeye Diaries channel. And also, I should have said this way sooner, but if you're brand new to Cindy, I have a whole entire playlist, both from here and from my Twitch re-upload channel, because I've watched her on Twitch and I've watched her over here. I've gone a little back and forth. That's maybe one of the most confusing things about what I do on my channel, or my multiple channels. But I'll link playlists so you can get caught up with her if you're interested. But yeah, she's a carnivore influencer. She used to play The Sims. She had a really messy vlogging channel for a while, but now she seems really honed in on her carnivore influencer lifestyle. So we're just gonna click on this video and hope and pray that this is the ribeye, the slow cooker beef ribs with creamy bacon gravy. We're just gonna hope, all right? Let me shut the fuck up and let's get to, shall we? Oh, also she's cooking this all in a hotel room because she currently lives in a hotel room with her boyfriend, lover, tadpole, something along those lines. All right, and she's got her little Etsy bag in the background and she's gonna cook all of this creamy bacon, slow beef ribeye, whoever, whatever. It's not ribeye. I don't know why I keep saying that, but she's gonna do all of that right here in her hotel room. So I'm sure it's smelling real good. All right, let's get to for real. Let me shut the fuck up. I'm out of practice from just like reacting to stuff. I'm not really though, because I do it all the time on Twitch, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but let's get to.
Do you want an easy, delicious carnivore meal that basically cooks itself? Well, I got you. Now, our first step is to chop up the bacon into small pieces. So I am cutting my bacon up on a double layer of paper plate. As you can see, my knife pretty much sucks, so I think this is going to take me a while. Okay.
Girl, that is so janky. Diva girl, that is so janky. Why are... Okay, well listen, country girls make do. I don't think that's what the meme meant. I don't think that's what the meme meant when they said country girls make do. But this is in fact what works for Cindy and her family.
After a lot more hard work than it should have been, I finally got the bacon chopped up into small pieces.
Oh, what's the music? What is this music? This is Cindy Clip's music. Okay, alright. I'm sure this wasn't Life Plus Cindy music. I'm sure it wasn't. But here we go. All right, maybe I should mute it just to be safe. All right. Okay, she's talking again. I didn't have to mute it for long at all. Okay, she's pouring the bacon and the grease. The bacon and the grease into the crock pot.
Dump all of this bacon, and you want the fat too.
Also that was one of her dogs. She has two dogs, Bella and Morty. They're named after Bella and Mortimer Goth from The Sims.
You can hear them sizzling as I put them in.
Sure. Oh, more music. Okay. I don't need...
3 going in. And our last one.
Okay.
I'm going to take my jar of Zoop bone broth. Give it a little shake.
What was the crud on the bottom of the jar? Was that just like... fat? Like a layer of fat? Is that added sound from this Cindy Clips YouTube channel, or is that just the actual sound because it's sounding like piss?
It's been about 6 hours and it's time to check on our ribs. So let's open up the crock pot. And oh my goodness, I think they are pretty much done.
The bacon's just gonna be so soggy. The bacon is gonna be so soggy. Like, listen, I like bacon. I don't care. I enjoy it. It's good. If you don't like bacon, get the fuck over yourself. Also, that's what works for you and your family. Bacon works for me and mine. But all of that to say is, like, if I'm gonna eat bacon, it better be crispy. I don't want that soft fucking bacon. And this is gonna be soggy, moist-ass bacon.
Wow. Here is our beautiful...
Look at Tedpole in the back. What the fuck? I guess when you're cooking in a hotel room, your partner's only option is to sit on the bed behind you while you're looking at ribeye juice. Or it's not ribeye, it's beef ribs. It's beef ribs. I don't eat beef like that.
And now we're gonna make the gravy to go with it.
Oh!
All of the content
Tadpole feet on Maine.
left over.
Oh, God.
Just bacon and broth.
Oh, God.
Into a pan. Alright,
Oh,
we reduced
God.
this down quite a bit. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. Maybe not quite
Oh,
half,
God.
but definitely reduced it down some. And as I was making this, I was thinking to myself, this would make just a really good soup on its own.
Girl, you be so fucking for real. Soup? This would make such good soup on its own. It's bacon, grease, and bone broth. That is not soup, diva. That is disgusting.
Or like stew. If you are feeling well, like this
No.
bacon cooked in bone broth
No.
with some heavy cream.
No.
I think this would just be delicious.
It
You
looks
can
like
use it
dog
as gravy.
puke.
You can also use it as a soup or a stew. I don't really measure things very often. When you eat the carnivore diet, you really don't need to measure things very much. But I guess in this recipe, it could have helped. All right, folks, we've got.
She said it might have helped. It might have helped because this looks like dog puke. It looks like Bella and Morty came and took a big old puke in this skillet.
Bacon gravy. Look at that.
Also, that's
It's a little
liquid.
thin. You could probably make it a little bit thicker if you cooked it longer.
Girl, that is not gravy. That is liquid. I also refuse to call it soup because I know she would love that. But that's watery cream and bacon grease.
Make the first serving for my boyfriend, and I'm just gonna pour that.
He's eating that?
Over those ribs. Oh my goodness.
Tadpole's eating that?
That looks so good. Tell the people what you think, babe.
It's good.
I'm really glad you like it. All right, y'all. I'm putting it.
It is good. Yeah, that is generally just how Tadpole sounds. So I don't know if that's actually it's good, like a sincere, like, declaration of this food being good, or if that's just how he's speaking.
To the test, and these just fall apart. Oh my god. He's right. This is better than the chuck roast. I think this is one of my favorite things I've made.
Oh, he's drinking
in
beer.
A while. This is so good. It's so tender. This isn't
somebody's drinking beer. I wonder if they're probably zooming in on that because Cindy has claimed that I think both of them are no longer drinking. For sure, she's made the claim that she's not drinking. And this is a zoom in of whatever shirt she's wearing, and it says, "My rotting body." My rotting carnivore body.
Beautiful dish in the world. I get that. If you make this and you try that out, let me know. All right, y'all. Enough talking.
Oh!
What you do is
I'm so glad I'm watching the Cindy's clips, because do you see that? Wait. The before, the after. It is like there's a wet spot on the blanket. What happened?
See you here tomorrow for lunch and let you know how the gravy or soup or broth or whatever you want to call it, how that held up. Today, I heated up a bowl of the gravy.
Is that a TV on the bed? What are they doing in this hotel room, y'all? What is Miss Cindy doing in the hotel room over here?
Slash soup that I had left over from the crock pot. Again, this is not the prettiest dish in the world, but this is delicious, okay? It is full of fat.
I'm not even being dramatic. There's something about, like, the separated, like, clear fat liquid from the rest of it that just made me feel so, I really don't know. I don't know if I can finish it. Like, I'm just gonna have to watch like this. No, that's not fun. That's not fun for you all. You can do this. Let me get a drink. Let me get a drink of water. We can do this. Divas, I swear to gosh, I'm not being dramatic.
Pieces of bacon, little pieces of the rib meat, and cream, and bone broth, and oh my god, it is so good. And I'm gonna eat it with a fork and then just kind of like drink it out of the bowl. This would be good in like one of those soup mugs, I think, but let's try it. To young guys just walk by the window and...
I don't feel like I've ever had such a violent reaction to watching somebody eat something. Y'all know I've watched some disgusting ass shit. But this just really feels like it's taking the fucking cake for me. Why is she eating it with a fork? Why? Miss Cindy, why are we doing this, Diva? Why are we doing this? Why? Just eat the meat. The carnivores, the alleged, like, you know, ancestors of us that were allegedly eating carnivore diets, they weren't making bacon gravy. They weren't making bacon gravy, Diva. What the actual fuck?
I'm sitting here just shoving what looks like gruel into my mouth.
It's gruel. You're shoving what looks like dog puke into your mouth.
Shoving what looks like gruel into my mouth. And it's like dripping down my chin and they're just looking at me shocked.
Well, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, maybe fortunately we can't see what happened in real time. Maybe it's for the best that we couldn't see what the actual video looked like. Cause my stomach feels so unsettled from watching that. Should we go look and see if there's anything else from Miss Cindy that we might want to watch? I was intrigued because she has a video, her most recent one from a day ago is called Carnivore $5 Meal. $5 Walmart Carnivore Meal Challenge. It was hard. And then the thumbnail seems to be a bowl with like ground beef and an egg. But I'm just like, I don't know, is $5 for a carnivore meal? Like, just one meal? Is that hard? Like what constitutes a meal for the carnivore diet, you know? I also am intrigued, and maybe I should go watch some of this on my own time and form a larger opinion. I'm also intrigued because she has some other, like, videos up on this channel. I haven't really kept up every single day that she posts with them. But, like, she has one video called, Is the Carnivore Diet Really an Eating Disorder? The Truth. And I don't know that it's so much being called an eating, like the diet itself is an eating disorder, but I do think that the way that a lot of people think about the carnivore diet is really disordered eating. Like, which maybe is the same thing. Maybe I'm just like being really semantic and pedantic about it. Are those two things the same thing? So I am a little bit curious about that, but I think we should go check out her $5 carnivore meal challenge. Because again, like when I think about a meal, like realistically, a meal includes like a protein, a grain. So I don't even know what constitutes a carnivore meal for the carnivore diet. So let's just go see. And if it's boring, then I'll click out real quick. Well, actually, also she has carnivore recipe bacon and egg burger scramble, and that thumbnail also looks fucking disgusting. But this is the shorter video, so let's go with the $5 Walmart carnivore meal challenge.
I'm here outside my local Walmart, and I'm challenging myself to make an entire carnivore meal for just $5.
So let's see what you do.
The total cost of the meal is going to be $5 after I buy a bunch of stuff in bulk. I mean, I am taking $5 into this store, and I have to come out with enough ingredients to make an entire meal. First, I'm going for eggs. They're the cheapest high-quality protein you can buy, and at my Walmart, I can buy 6 eggs for just $1.50.
Wow.
That leaves me with a remaining budget of $3.50. That feels
expensive.
Unfortunately, the dozen eggs are out of budget at $2.72, but the half dozen for $1.50 is a great deal. Now things get tricky. I checked the hot dogs and other processed meats for any cheap options, but any that were within my budget contained all kinds of fillers and sugar. So those are out, and I have to move on to try something else.
Well, Diva, it's a hot dog. Diva. Well, yes.
Fresh meat seem to be out of the question unless I want to eat chicken paws, which I don't. Chicken paws. Guess I can also...
Girl, I just watched you fucking eat bacon gravy. I just watched you eat fucking bacon gravy. Don't be judgmental about the chicken paws at this point, Diva.
go for some chicken gizzard, but ew. I did find this ground beef and
how she gonna be judgmental about chicken gizzards? Girl, I just watched you guzzle. Well, I didn't actually get to watch her guzzle anything. I just watched you eat bacon gravy with a fork. Okay, diva?
For only $3.97, but it's slightly out of our budget. So I thought I'd check out the canned meat. It should be cheap, right? There are a lot of options. Roast beef strips, chicken, potted meat, I guess. But every time I check the ingredients, they all contain some kind of modified food starch. Some of the products even contain sugar. I also checked these little cans of Spam, which would have fit our budget perfectly, but they also had modified food starch and sugar.
Well, yes, Diva.
Now, technically, I could have gone with canned fish. They had canned salmon, sardines, mackerel fillets, oysters, tuna. Many of these would fit right into our budget. But honestly, I really don't like fish, especially canned fish. Plus, I don't think it sounds great with eggs, so I passed. I also checked the meat clearance section, but I couldn't find anything on markdown that was even remotely within the budget. Yeah. I did find another option, beef liver. It was only $2.82 for a pretty large portion, but I just don't like liver. Pass.
So basically, there are tons of options, but she just doesn't want to eat them. She just doesn't want to eat them. What are we doing here, girl? What is the point of this? Just for you to end up buying some ground beef? I'm sure that's what she's going to do. And then how is that any different than literally almost any, like, all of her stuff on this channel is her eating beef, except that fucking weird-ass bacon gravy.
This was harder than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping to find some chorizo, but my store didn't carry it. So in the end, I decided to go back for the ground beef and pork blend. The only ingredients were ground beef and pork, so this was a perfect clean carnivore option, even though it's 50 cents over our budget. Here's our
so you didn't even do it
that I could get for around $5. Don't think I needed a buggy. I'm back home with my haul, if you could call it that.
This is this is so wild. It's just like, oh my gosh, the ways that there are options outside of this, but she's just like so specific. So what is the recipe then, Diva? Just eggs and ground meat mixed together?
2 items, and I ended up spending only $4.02 because I had $1.50 in Walmart cash. Now, I know that's kind of cheating because not everybody would have Walmart cash, but even without that, I only spent $5.52. So that is pretty close to budget, and it was as close as I could get. Well, that's not true. I could have done like some canned fish, like sardines.
See, this is the thing. This is why she ain't never gonna be a true carnivore influencer channel, because the true carnivore influencer channels, they're going to be out here doing the sardine challenge. They're going to eat sardines only for 72 hours, Miss Darlene the Sardine Queen. They're going to be doing stuff like that. They're going to eat the animal organs. They're going to eat the chicken paws. I watched a girl make chicken foot bone broth or something like that. I've watched these things, okay? The real true carnivore influencers are doing the damn thing. So you better get to, girl. You better start eating that canned fish, okay?
Or mackerel. I don't like canned fish, so I didn't do that. I could have done some of the canned meats or like hot dogs or bologna. Those all had fillers in them, things like modified food starch. Whatever the hell that is, I don't know. I don't want to eat it. So I decided not to get meat.
I don't want to eat it, but I will. I will go eat some processed beef patties from various fast food places. I'm sure those don't have any kind of like additives or anything like that in them.
Those cheaper meats. Now, I just want to say, if you are really in a bind and you need to do carnivore and you truly only have $5 to your name, there is no shame in getting those hot dogs and frying them up with your eggs. There's no shame in eating the bologna or the canned.
Wait, not her acting holier than thou, like I would never eat something. I would never eat something with all those modified corn starches in it. But then she's like, oh, but I have.
If that's all you can get, it is still a hell of a lot better than buying a box of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I would not...
Shame on you for eating a box of macaroni and cheese. How dare you?
Foods as clean carnivore because they do have those fillers in them. Some of them have sugar or corn syrup, which are things we definitely want to avoid. But if you could get something like that canned chicken that just has a little bit of starch in it, it's probably not going to hurt your progress that much, and you're going to be a lot better off. A lot healthier.
A lot better off than that mac and cheese.
Carbs, okay?
She's really shaming the Kraft mac and cheese. Leave my girl alone. I haven't had a box of Kraft mac and cheese in a while, but I have in recent history, in like the past year, had Velveeta shells and cheese. And I really thought it was going to hit in a way that it didn't end up hitting, unfortunately.
That being said, I personally, in this challenge, wanted to get as close as I could to actual carnivore, so I bought eggs and then a package of meat that only contains beef and pork. Now we're going to try to put those two things together and make a meal. This challenge is also assuming that you have some basic spices on hand at home.
Also, this shit ain't a meal. This is not a meal. This is not a fucking meal.
I have salt and several other spices that I'm going to use because I already had those. If you didn't have anything, if you literally had nothing, you can buy some iodized salt for like 50 cents. That would put you up to $6. You could buy salt, eggs, and this beef pork mixture that I got.
Also, is anybody really trying to eat carnivore for only $5 a meal anyways? Like, who is this for? Who is this video for?
And $6 you could have probably multiple meals because that is a pound of meat and 6 eggs. And maybe if you're like a big strong dude, you could eat all that in one meal, but that's probably going to be 2 meals for me. So $3 a meal max, or $2 a meal with what I paid, which is awesome. So let's go see if we can combine these ingredients and make something tasty. I have never before used the ground beef and pork blend, so this is a new one for me. It is 80% lean and 20% fat, which is a pretty good ratio. I think it's going to be pretty tasty. And yes, I am currently doing a beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge for this month, but I figure a little bit of ground pork isn't going to hurt me anymore.
That's the real tea. I didn't even know she was doing that. That's the real tea of why she's not getting all those other things. She's doing a beef, butter, and eggs challenge. That's why she's not getting fish. That's why she's not getting the hot dogs. That's why she's not getting the chicken. Girl, wrap it up. Can we just fast forward to whatever the finished product is? Okay, she's putting the ground meat in the pan. I literally have such little time for this. All right. Oh, this is her own music.
Our meat is pretty much browned here. It only took about like 5 to 7 minutes to brown this, not long at all. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some seasonings in it. I'm going to turn down the heat just a bit. I am not going to drain this out because I'm only making it for myself.
It has got to be stinking in this hotel room. There's only so much space for all these meat smells to go.
And I want all of that fat, every penny's worth of fat that I paid for in that meal. I'm going to start with salt, of course. Redmond real salt is what I am currently using now. Thank you guys for recommending it to me. It is fantastic.
Okay.
So I'm going to salt it very generously as I do all of my food. Then I think I'll add in just a tad.
This shit is going to be so
powder, not too much.
Salty and fatty.
I think some chili powder. And if you wanted to stay really strict, you could just use salt.
I was going to say, chili powder is giving plant. Chili powder, you know what a chili is? It's a plant.
I like to add a few extra spices into mine, and they don't seem to cause me any issues as far as weight loss or inflammation or anything like that. But I know some people might be sensitive to spices. And you can just salt your food, because this is an extreme budget challenge for people who may only have $5, and in that case, you may only be able to get salt. If you have some butter in your fridge, you could add some as well, just to increase the fat if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to stick with the beef and pork fat here. And I'm going to add just a little bit of cayenne pepper. I love pepper. I love spicy food, not too spicy, but just a little bit, just to give it a kick. So I've got 6 eggs here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use all of them since I did use the full pound of meat, and this will make leftovers. This reheats really well. Another thing you could do is take your...
This reheats really well. What do you mean? But what do you mean? Because you allegedly haven't made this before. You said I'm going to try to make something tasty with this.
Out of the pan and then fry the eggs in there if you prefer fried eggs. I'm just going to make this...
Diva?
The eggs. I'm just going to make this a 1-pan skillet meal. Another idea I just had for how you could make this into a carnivore meal is you could make burger patties out of the beef and pork. and make yourself little beef and pork burgers and put a fried egg on top, or even a fried egg and cheese if you have cheese. Uh-oh, I got some shell in there. So there are a couple ways you could do this. You could do ground beef and fried eggs, a scramble like I'm going to do, burgers. You could probably figure out some way to finagle this up into meatballs as well. But
Diva,
you know me, I like a good old-fashioned skillet scramble, so that's what I'm doing with mine.
You know Miss Cindy. You know her. She likes a good old-fashioned skillet scramble. She likes a good old heaping plate of slop.
Time to scramble all the eggs up together. I have them all cracked in this bowl. I have poured the eggs into the pan with the meat here.
Why does everything gotta look like dog doo-doo?
Should only take a minute or two. And this is gonna be kind of like a Southwest style egg scramble because of the chili powder and the cayenne pepper that I put into it.
Girl, don't even try it. Don't even Southwest my ass. Don't even try it.
Really good with cheese on it if you have cheese or can handle cheese. And once the eggs are just about done cooking, almost done cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off. Ooh, this smells so good, you guys. So here it is in the skillet. It just looks like ground meat and eggs because that's what it is.
That's all it is, Diva.
But it's delicious, it's cheap, and it'll fill you up. Okay, let's plate it.
I don't want to be filled up by this. I can think of so many other things I'd rather be filled up by. I'm just saying, if this is what's filling me up at night, I'm good. Bro, I'll pass, bro.
Yum. That should be enough for me. And look how much is left over, you guys. So this could make 2 or 3 meals depending on how much you eat, or serve 2 to 3 people depending on how hungry they are. Okay, let's
it's not
give it
for
a
me
taste.
and my family.
Oh man, that is delicious. I really like the combination of the beef and pork. It gives it like kind of a sausage flavor and mouthfeel. You can also taste the beef.
Not the sausage mouthfeel. Here's the thing about me and food is like I've always had a lot of texture issues when it came to food. I've gotten better as I've gotten older, by the way. Like I'm not as bad. Like I used to hate eating strawberries as a kid because I didn't like the texture, and now like I would put strawberries up there as one of my favorite fruits. But it's just like the mouthfeel of sausage. Well, because I also, when I think about sausage, I think about when you're eating a sausage and you get the little like hard bits on accident. I gotta stop thinking about it. I've had too many. I'm too much on the verge of wanting to throw up from Cindy today, so we need to keep it moving.
In there, I don't know, it's really good. I might actually start buying that in my regular rotation and using it in some egg scrambles and maybe even try to make burgers out of it or something.
Okay.
That's tasty. It is a very simple meal. Probably not Pinterest pretty, but
I don't think that's a meal.
It's delicious. At first, I was really concerned that this wasn't even going to be possible. As I was walking around Walmart and looking at the different options, I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to do this for $5.
Well, the thing is that there were ways that you could have, and you just, none of them were what you wanted.
Still, it took $5.50 to actually do it without my Walmart cash. Less than that, and I think you're going to have to go to the processed meats unless you can handle, like, sardines and mackerel and
yeah, you said that,
A lot of those
Diva.
that I saw, though, had olive oil in them, so I didn't want to get those either, but there definitely were some, like, mackerel and brine. I don't know, I can't do it personally, but if you can, that's definitely a cheap option for you.
Sure.
Your best bet for eating carnivore on a budget, though, is buying meat in bulk, but I know there have been times in my life when I've only had $5 or $10 and I needed to eat.
One of those times.
And this is definitely an option. You can do it. You don't have to go back to eating crap and junk and carbs just because you don't have much money. You can still do carnivore. It just takes some creativity and some smart shopping. This is actually really good, though. I think it would be good using this beef and pork mixture in my beef, butter, bacon, and egg scramble that I make as well. This is kind of similar to it, but without the bacon and butter. So I have to know in the comments. Let me know what you would have done in my situation. Would you have bought the same thing? Would you have gone for the fish or the steak?
I would have gone home. I wouldn't have done any of it.
Or the bologna, or like, what would you have done?
I would have done none of it. You also
could have just done eggs and butter. You could have done that. Like, that's a decent meal, too, if you're really hungry. I wanted a bit more fat and a bit more flavor and protein and stuff, so that's why I went with the pork and beef. And if you could eat liver and eggs would make a good meal, too. I can't do it. I can't do liver. Anyway, let me know what you would
We got it. Basically, all you're willing to eat is beef, butter, and eggs. We got it. I hear you, Diva. It's so creative. Everybody's so fucking creative.
with the options that you saw that I had to choose from. And also let me know, what is your favorite extreme budget carnivore meal? Let us know in the comments, because it might help other people out who are looking for things that are really inexpensive so that they can stick to this diet, even if they don't have a lot of money. I want to show the world that it is possible. You don't have to be rich to do carnivore. You don't have to be...
Well, the world is not watching. Respectfully.
Ribeyes every single day. I know my channel is called the Ribeye Diaries, but that's just a turn of phrase, okay? The name wasn't taken.
A turn of phrase?
Probably once a week or
is that what you would consider a turn of phrase?
2 weeks, because I don't have a ton of money to spend on groceries, so sometimes these cheaper meals are necessary, even if they aren't as glamorous, even if I'm not eating a big giant bloody steak on a wooden carving board.
I haven't once seen her eat a carnivore meal that was glamorous, just for the record. Like, if I was looking for glamour, Life Plus Cindy is the last person I'd go to, respectfully, like, no shade.
I'm still doing the diet. I'm still hitting my goals. I'm still making it. And I can afford it.
Talking about hitting her goals, she also uploaded a video about how she didn't lose any weight after like a month of being back on carnivore. So I don't know what goals she had. I didn't watch that video, so maybe she talks about the goals she did meet. But like, what goals are you meeting?
Also, let me know if you would like to see me do this challenge again, maybe with a different dollar amount or at a different store.
I would like to see you do it, and you need to do it where you get something that isn't beef, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Get creative, girl. You want to be a carnivore influencer, you're going to have to push your boundaries, your limits.
Give me some challenge ideas that you want to see, and I will go do those for you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who watches these videos. It means the world to me. Thank you. I love you guys, and I will see you with a new one very soon. Now, I'm off to finish my budget dinner.
Have fun. I gotta clock out of the Life Plus Cindy factory. This is why I don't, like, people do ask for updates on her, and I'm just like, there's only so much carnivore nonsense you can put up with, you know? And that's really what she has rebranded to. I will say, if you're interested, I think, and I haven't double checked this today, the last time I had seen, she had re-uploaded, and by re-uploaded I mean taken all of her videos off of private on her Life Plus Cindy channel, like dating way back. So if you really want to go get some Life Plus Cindy lore that maybe you missed out on, I believe all of her videos are back up on her channel, or at least she made a community tab post suggesting that. And then of course you can watch her Ribeye Diaries carnivore channel, and you won't be able, she did take down, you won't be able to watch the creamy bacon gravy video, which is just real sad, but love found a way. We still got to be inspired by that today. My stomach is very upset with me for that, but here we are. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed this nonsense. And if you did and you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share. Follow me on all my social media, including my Twitch re-upload channel, Zachary Michael, also, if you want to get a glimpse into what we do on the Twitch channel. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!